still, you know, they're aware that I do that. That's my passion. I know how to do it good.
Right.
So I'm still able to get work that way. But the music kind of took a life of its own, and it also began to allow me a means to, you know, support my art in my life.
Right.
So it took a life of its own. You know, I still act. I just finished. I've been working on a film for the past 9 months that I directed, shot, and wrote and edited. It's called Wagner's Seasons.
Okay.
As well as there's a film that I started.
Wait a minute, I just realized you said direct, wrote,
edited, acted.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's feast.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called Wagner's Seasons, and I just finished it up. I'm gonna try to release it online.
Right.
Just however, I'll make sure I get a copy of you guys. You can spread it.
Oh, that's peace. That's peace.
Just as a way to just kind of remind people. It's on some Prince, you know, tip. Like,
Okay.
you know, the way that he did with Purple Rain.
Right.
Where the world thought, you know, Mars Day and maybe some of those club owners were actors. But they was just simply the people that he worked with.
Right.
And the venues that he liked and the people he liked.
It's actually funny that you said that. The very last time I saw you perform was at Sign of the Times.
Oh yeah. And while I was there, I was even working on a video in the back.
Wow.
In between time being on stage.
Right.
You know, that's just how I am.
That's peace. That's peace.
Cats like that.
Okay. So the next thing I wanted to touch, speaking of which, earlier I said Tchaikovsky, that's music completely off the theater thing. Right. When they were teaching me at School for the Arts, they gave me a bunch of stuff that didn't stick because it wasn't me, but you know.
Sorry. But you still remember that though, so
sure.
that's the thing. That's a blessing though. I mean,
so I have questions I like to call the trifecta that I'm going to throw at you real quick.
Go for it.
When you think of music, when Dub thinks of music, what does music taste like to Dub?
To me, music currently music tastes like currently the taste of music for me is like sambuca. It has a very licorice flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, licorice is one of those rare roots that it's not poison. It's not like poison ivy.
Right.
Where we can actually take away. You have like sativa, marijuana, cinnamon. You have various different spices, okay, and roots. Licorice is one of those that is not poisonous towards whatever. But you either like it or you don't.
You don't, right.
But if you don't like it, or you do like it, there's still that part of you that's willing to maybe. Even though you ain't gonna like it, you might be more. Let me bite that. That licorice. Let me bite that twist a little more. Right. But for me, sambuca, because it's a liquid, it's easier to digest, and it's you ain't got to go through the semantics of, and it's white, it's clear. It makes you even think like it won't have a flavor. Right. Okay. That's music right now. Now, what I think music should taste like, I think that music should actually taste like water. Okay. And what I mean by that is that you can alter it. You can alter its taste. You can alter it. How it's flavored. But if a person don't like Kool-Aid, they ain't drinking Kool-Aid. Right. And they know they're not gonna mistake Kool-Aid for water. Right. Okay. They're not gonna mistake orange juice for water. Right. And so right now, currently in the music industry, you have nothing but sambuca. You have people thinking, they'll make you think that it's a glass of water or maybe a glass of vodka, or so maybe you even drink a glass of water. But when you go sip it, it's not the taste you expect. But at the same time, it is because it says sambuca, and anybody that knows what sambuca tastes like, you know what it tastes like. So, hey. T-Pain is T-Pain. I don't care how you go around it. You can match him up with Raheem Devon.
Just told somebody
you can match him up with, you could have T-Pain and Lou Rawls doing a song. But it's still sambuca. Okay? You dig what I'm saying? I feel you. And back in the day, man, you had the Kool-Aid that could be a spawn of water. You had the lemonade. You had the iced tea. You dig what I'm saying? You had variety. Right. And ideally, I think music should be water. Because first and foremost, it's good for you. But then secondly, too much of it can be bad. Right. You dig?
And back then, variety and diversity was respected a lot more than
it is. It was just part of the way to go.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, so the next thing is, what does music look like to you?
Music looks like, I don't know, music looks like a lot of things, you know? Music can be a variety of things. Music can be like that dog. It's that dog. The idea that, you know, for some people, they could look at that and they say, oh man, well, the black isn't concentrated in one area, or the gray isn't concentrated in this area.
Right.
But to me, that's cooler than an all white dog,
right.
or all gray dog, or all black dog. You did?
Yeah.
And music should look, it should just look like all of us. It'd be almost like that Michael Jackson video. You remember that when they
black and white?
Yeah, many people have used that technique now, but ideally him as a trailblazer at that point and at that time in video making, he did that, and to me that's what music should look like. It should be something where, you know, the visual image shouldn't even have any effect on art. Think about old records. It used to be you wouldn't even see the group wouldn't even be on the cover. Right. You know. Yeah. But I'm talking about the good music. Right.
You talk about like Earth, Wind and Fire.
Earth, Wind and Fire, pop. Yeah. Because what they did was they even acknowledged the visual arts. Right. You know what I'm saying? They recognized, man, we got a brother that can do art. Right. And so even still now, you know, graffiti artists and painters and musicians, they so caught up in their own hype that they still forget that they still have an obligation of collaboration. Yeah, man. So definitely, a perfect time and music should look like that dog. Because the front of that dog, the face, oh, so cute. You didn't see the face. Right. The face was cute. Because you thought if you saw that dog walking up on you, you probably would have been like, oh, it's just a pretty little black and gray dog. And then before you know it, it gets close and you're like, well, wait a minute. And that's what art's supposed to do. Right. It's supposed to make some people feel uncomfortable. If it make everybody happy, then you know art.
Right. Amen to that.
Because somebody could just say, oh, that's just a red piece of something. Right. But me, oh man, I see the black in it. I see actually, it's like a C. Yeah.